Alright everyone, welcome. I believe we are ready to begin. Let's switch into the game scene. It's been a crazy weekend, let me tell you. So we have decided to stream, on Sunday today. And you have my neighbors to thank for that. Have I switched to the game screen right now? Alright, this should be working. So as always, chat, please let me know if everything is working fine on your end. I had to reset my, well, basically everything, to be honest. My OBS settings yesterday as well, which is yet another thing which made me consider rescheduling the stream to Sunday. I had to reset my OBS filters and my audio settings, basically. So let me know if my audio sounds good for you. I did run some tests before this stream, but I am hoping that everything is on the same level of quality as it was before. So, a few things have happened since our last stream. I did a bit of off-camera grinding, alright, a bit of off-camera mining, as some would say. But I didn't get much, don't worry, I didn't get a full stack of diamonds or anything. The only thing that I have done was do some co-op around the Undead Parish and also the depths. I believe I did one co-op session in each of these areas, actually. And what I got from these areas was, well, some Titanite shards. I used the souls that I got in these areas to upgrade some of my equipment. So you can see we have a bunch of +5 weapons now. I have the +5 Claymore, the Morning Star, the Halberd, the Light Crossbow, a bunch of cool stuff. So I don't have to grind for materials on stream, basically, because I figured that would be boring to watch, right? And also we are back at the Undead Asylum. The Undead Burg. All of these levels are Undead something, so I got a bit confused there. I figured our character got a bit curious about Rhea's pilgrimage into the catacombs and decided to come back to wait for them to return. But at the end of the last episode, when we came back to the Firelink Shrine, they weren't there yet. So our character decided to come here instead, to explore this door, which, if you recall, we did find the key for this door in the last episode as well. And I don't think we've read its description. So that's the basement key. It opens the narrow passage leading below at the far face of the Great Bridge. No, that's not it, is it? That's not it at all. Watchtower basement key, there we go. Key to the basement of the watchtower in the Undead Burg. The basement of the basement of the watchtower forms a stone cell. There are rumors of a hero turned hollow who was locked away by a dear friend. For his own good, of course. So there we go. There is someone locked away in here. And we figured, since we are waiting for Rhea to return from her adventure in the catacombs, might as well explore, might as well check out what's down here. So let's go downstairs. I'm sure nothing bad will happen, right? We also got the Thorolum Talisman in the meantime, which, curiously enough, is a talisman which does not scale with faith. But it does have very high magic adjust for a low-level talisman, so it's the best talisman you can use at the beginning of the game. I believe up until maybe 30 points in faith or something, then it's best to use a talisman with proper scaling, you know? This is a medium for casting miracles of the gods. This talisman, only granted to high-ranking tolerant clerics, has a high miracle adjustment which, thanks to divine protection, is not dependent upon faith. Which is yet another thing which points to the church not being very faithful. They may speak about being faithful and being true to the gods, but They're really just, you know, fighting for their own interest. And there is someone here, and they seem to be wearing a lot of armor. Well, thankfully though, pairing exists. No, no sir. That is terrifying though, let me tell you, because one mistimed parry and I am pancakes, you know? Let's see if we can get it first try. We are not dealing a lot of damage because... And there we go. I saw that coming about half a second before it happened, you know? But there we go. It happens, you know. It happens in the pursuit of glory. Let's try that again. Let's give it another try, shall we? We gotta get rid of this guy, because he's gonna bother me. There we go. But yeah, we know that to be Havels, of course. Or do we actually, because... we do meet a Havel warrior in Dark Souls 3, and ever since then, there has been some debate whether this guy here is Havel or the guy we fight in Dark Souls 3 is Havel, you know. What about Dark Souls 2, Jack? Dark Souls 2 doesn't count because that game happens in a dream, it's not real. It's a fabricated reality meant to mimic the real world. So everything you see in there is just close enough to reality, but not quite close enough, you know, just like a dream is. And if you want to know more about that, there will be a theory on my channel. I have no idea when though, because it is taking quite a while for me to finish that video. But I am working on it. But yeah, honestly, I think we have no way of knowing whether this is the true Havel or if it's just a Havel warrior, right? I like to think this is Havel simply... No, actually no, it makes no sense. This is probably not Havel actually, because the description of the Havel's ring says that it was given to the soldiers of Havel, right? Not to Havel himself. Because his soldiers need the ring in order to carry all that armor, basically. Unlike the true Havel, who was apparently a badass and didn't need a ring to wear heavy armor. So yeah, maybe this is not Havel, guys. Maybe this is one of Havel's soldiers, you know? And the true Havel is the one we fight in the Archdragon Peak at Dark Souls 3. I never stopped to think about that. That's an interesting consideration right there. So yeah, let's try that again. Round 2, buddy. Let me roll off here. Get my souls. Come on. Yeah. Not this time, man. One hit this time. Let's not be greedy. This is terrifying though, man. My heart jumps a bit every time it happens. Okay. Oof, that's scary. The sprint attack is very scary. I don't like it. Oof, oh my goodness. That was a partial parry, which counts as a block. Oof. Oh. You're lucky we're not playing Dark Souls 2, my friend. That was a guard break. If this were Dark Souls 2, I could riposte you off of that. You're very lucky. Alright, alright. Strong attack. Oh, that's a bit more damage. Stop blocking. Oof, scary. Scary, scary, scary. I don't like it. Strong attack. The fact that the sound plays, you know, the sweeping sound plays, despite the fact that I'm parrying him, makes it even more scary. But we got it. That's 3k souls and Havel's ring. So let's read this and see if my memory is correct. Boosts maximum equipment load. This ring was named after Havel the Rock, Lord Gwyn's old battlefield compatriot. Havel's men wore the ring to express faith in their leader and to carry a heavier load. So I was correct, my memory was correct. Only Havel's soldiers wore the ring, not Havel himself. So this is not Havel actually. This is one of his soldiers. So maybe the Dark Souls 3 theory might be correct. Maybe the real Havel is the one we fight in Archdragon Peak, you know? And I believe in Archdragon Peak we find him just after he kills a dragon. I think that's the environmental storytelling that is happening, right? Because we find him right next to a dead dragon. So I think he was, you know, just in the process of finishing off the dragon, and then we run into him. And here we have the lower part of the Dark Root Garden. We did explore the upper part already. The butterfly is already dead. So let's find out what's down here then. A bunch of crystals. Crystal golems, that is. We should use the Morning Star against these guys. Oh. Okay. Someone is firing water at us. I'm not interested in taking a bath right now. So I would prefer to not be hit by that. Hiya. Missed. Oof. I love how the... Oh, here comes another wave of water. Yeah, these guys are easy to dodge. Yeah, the Morning Star deals significant more damage against them. Strike damage for the win. Let's try to heal up. And let's try to lure these guys one by one. So again, guys, I had to change my audio settings recently, so let me know in chat if my audio sounds alright to you. I'm hoping it doesn't sound too low, but be sure to tell me. Alright, so there's one there, and I believe there is another one this way, probably. And here comes more water. Should be okay if I stay behind the trees, I believe. I don't like this. Okay. Hiya. Jump attack. Dodge. Ooh, stagger. He took some damage from the water as well. And there we go. So there's one over there. I don't like this at all. Okay, that guy is now coming here, right? It's a shame I can't manually aim with my crossbow, you know? It's one of the things that would have been nice to get in the remastered, but yeah. This is not a particularly good remaster, is it? They've just upgraded the graphics a bit and called it a day, you know? Oh, I thought I could jump over that. It would have been cool if I could. Okay, this guy's dead. I think that's it. I don't think there's another golem down there. So let's jump this way. So we are out of range of the attacks. Let's heal one more time. Take a sip of coffee as well. And I believe the sword is probably better against the Hydra. So let's go with the sword then. I don't want to wait for it to miss one attack and then run forwards. Come on, do it. Do it, you cowards. What are you waiting for? Huh. The moment I run forward, this guy's gonna spit water. Yeah, see? Okay. I missed the chance on this one. There we go. Now we run. Ooh, bad timing. I thought it was gonna fly over my head, but apparently no. Again? Let's wait this time actually. Now we run. Run. It's gonna fly over me. Yes. Okay. And we're in. Should be able to fight it now. Also, we have lightning, so this should be easy. It's a good idea to block here. I can't see anything. Alright. Let's try that again. Take this. Ooh. Stamina. I don't like it when it spits water. Ooh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Heal. Block. Okay. One head is out. Ooh. One more hit on that head and it's out, I think. Oh. Oh, it went through my block? Really? Do I not have enough stamina to block? I should have enough, right? Ooh, another head. Okay. Come on then. I can hit this one. Yeah. Let's stay around here to hit that one. Hit. Oh, not enough damage. Okay. Should get it now, I believe. Damn. It's a lot of health on that head. Okay. Is it this one? I don't think so. We are dealing damage though, so that's okay. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ooh, that almost hit me actually. Take this. Okay, there we go. It's 3 heads. Okay. Come on. Stop doing that. Okay, that missed me by a long shot. This one here. Yeah, there we go. You can just zap it with lightning as well, right? Yeah, it's not going to hit me now. It's way out of range. Can I hit it? I can't. Okay, what about this? Yeah, this works. This works nicely. And this. Oh, that worked nicely as well. Okay. Where is this? Can I hit it? Pre-aim? No. Go get it. Now. I think it's over there. Yeah, we got it. Pre-aiming, chat. Pre-aiming lightning spears. And we got a dragon scale and the dust crown ring. Another sip of coffee. So let's check these out. Dragon scale, where is it? Am I stupid? Where is it? Ah, it's upgrade material. Reinforced dragon weapons. Dragon scale for reinforcing dragon weapons. Peeled from an ancient dragon. Not quite true, it was peeled from a hydra, which is a descendant of an ancient dragon, of course. A dragon is inseparable from its scales, and the transcendent apostles who seek the perpetuity of the ancient dragons have crossed the very end of the earth to seek this invaluable treasure. So this is both a covenant, a upgrade material, but also a covenant item for the Path of Dragon Covenant. And we also got a ring, didn't we? Why am I not using the wolf ring, by the way? Why did I unequip that? Dusk Crown Ring. Grants extra magic castings but halves HP. This magic crown-shaped ring was granted to Princess Dusk of Ulasil upon her birth. The ringstone allows its wearer to cast additional magics, but at the cost of 1/2 of HP. So quite an interesting item for a mage build. which means not for us, of course. I am considering fighting the golden golem right now as well. I suppose we can do this. There's no point in not doing it. So we're going to quit and then enter the game again to fight the golem. We don't have the what's it called again? The iron rust ring? Or the rusted iron ring, sorry. So we are going to move a bit slowly through the water here, but that's okay. Should be okay. Golems are quite easy to deal with. And we also got some nice 10k souls for defeating the Hydra. Which, by the way, I did some off-stream grinding, like I said, but I made it a point of not leveling up. So we are still at soul level 25, just like we were at the end of last stream. I've only upgraded my weapons, that's all I did. We are going to invest a bit into... Speaking of which, we should probably use the Heaven's Ring, right? I was gonna say we are going to invest into armor, but we can actually equip armor now, because we have this ring. Yeah, that's nice. Having a male coif is pretty good. And we have a strange looking golem over there in this cave. Okay, just managed to dodge that. I should probably, again, go for the Morning Star. Yeah, that's better. Oof. Ow. Ow. Not good. Chug. Roll. Right. I can do this as well. Yeah. And shoot you. Let's wait for it to whiff and then we hit it. Ooh. Misjudged the distance on that one. Chug. We are moving slowly, of course, because we are stepping on deep water here. He's gonna get staggered soon, I feel. Yeah, see? So we can get 2 hits on him. Oh. Okay, we have to dodge backwards. Jump attack? Yeah, that's good damage. Come on, buddy. Yeah, that's an easy punish. Another hit. Capitalize on the stagger. Shoot you. Yeah, nice. Nice kill. And someone pops out of the golem, strangely enough. Who is this, I wonder?
So, 'tis thou who rescueth me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulasil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulasil, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
Sure. Sounds good.
My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
Alright, and she just pieces out of here. Which is funny. I've always wondered how this works, right? Because we know now that... Well, she says it herself, right? She comes from an age long before ours. She's from the past, basically. From a time when Ulasil still existed. So this makes me wonder if Sif's crystals have some time paralyzing effects to it, right? That's kind of my headcanon anyway. The reason why he discovers immortality through crystals is not because the crystals heal his wounds exactly, it's more about time travel. Crystal magic allows you to go back in time to a time when you were not hurt, basically. That's why he's essentially immortal until we break his primordial crystal, right? Which would also explain why Dusk was preserved for all this time. From the time when Ulasil was still a flourishing kingdom until today when there is no Ulasil anymore, right? Oh, and speaking of which, this is where we fight Calamite in the past, if you guys never noticed that. The reason why there's a Hydra here is because, supposedly during the fight with Calamite, one of the scales of Calamite was dropped here, and from that scale spawned a Hydra. So there you go. That's exactly where we fight him. That's the waterfall that we come down from to fight Calamite, you know, in the DLC. Because of course, the entirety of Darkroot Garden is Ulasil, right? That's why it's called Darkroot, because at its roots sits the Abyss, or what was left of the Abyss. I know my mind was blown when I realized that years ago. Which again, one of the many reasons why I love this game, right? The environmental storytelling here is absolutely amazing, right? Illusory Wall did a video showing how we can see how the levels match perfectly at some points. If you go through the Darkroot Garden and if you go through Ulasil in the past in the DLC, right? How both levels match perfectly to each other. And it is one-to-one in some cases. I've never approached this area from underneath before, so yeah, there it is. Do not disappear on me. Another hit, and there we go. As always, maces are great for dealing with Titanite lizards. I believe if we go this way, the only interesting thing here is a longbow, which we haven't taken yet. Might as well grab it. We didn't summon Dusk, right? We should have. Also, where's the longbow? I feel like it was... Oh, there it is. Okay. Walked right past it. Hey man, hey, Hardboiled 47, welcome man. We are doing the Dark Souls 1 Lorethrough right now. Hope you're having a good Sunday. And I'm trying to get the longbow. Just for completionism's sake, because we are not going to use it. That's the leather armor and the longbow and some feather arrows as well. Which we won't be able to buy more of in quite a while. The longbow. Large bow. Projectile weapon for experienced hunters. Equip arrows to use. So it's basically just a bow. It's meant for experienced hunters, but the hunter class starts with the short bow, I believe. Been obsessed with these types of videos lately, that's good to know, man. You mean lore-dedicated videos about Dark Souls? I've been obsessed with these videos for quite a while. The best ever cosmic horror game for sure, man, absolutely. Either this one or Bloodborne, right, if you're talking cosmic horror. But then again, I haven't played Bloodborne yet. I really need to play it, but... It's not on PC, I believe, and I don't have a PlayStation to play it, you know, unfortunately. Not yet, anyway. I might remedy that very soon. Where is her summoning sign, though? Did it spawn in the water? It does that sometimes. Aha, here it is. Sometimes it spawns in the water and you can't actually see it. You can just make it up here. Make it out, sorry. Haven't played it either because it's not on PC. Yeah, man, exactly. I've been missing the experience of, you know, playing on a console, sitting on a couch and playing video games on a console, but consoles are expensive, man. No, I think it's much more expensive to play video games on a console today than it is on PC. So let's summon Dusk and let's actually buy some stuff from her. I believe you can learn a gesture from her as well. Notice how we are still hollow, by the way. This is, I believe, the only summon sign that works in hollow form in the entire game. Quite an interesting detail here. They really wanted us to summon her, you know?
I am Dusk of Ulisil. It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thy wishes.
Alright, that's a gesture. Proper bow. And she sells us some unique magic from Ulasil, which works quite differently from modern magic, basically. The magic cast by the Vinheim Dragon School, for example. Ulasil magic has to do with, well, manipulation of light to either make you invisible in Hidden Body, for example, or to change your appearance to make you look like something else, as in Chameleon, which is quite interesting. And they also have this, Repair. Ancient sorcery of the lost land of Ulasil. Repair equipped weapons and armor. This sorcery was a part of everyday life in Ulasil. Its effects, resemble repair powder, which must have found its way into the culture of this lost land. So I wonder how this magic works. Is it time travel? Are we reversing time to a point when the weapon was not damaged? Or is it just, repair? Quite interesting. It's pretty late there. Just for curiosity, hard-boiled, what time is it there, man? Because I am trying to actually set up a proper time for these streams. If you don't mind sharing, of course. We also have a Hidden Body. Ancient sorcery of the lost land of Ulasil turns body nearly invisible. Although perfect invisibility is unachievable due to the risk of dissipation, the caster need only stand still for a moment to blend into the environs, and with outstanding camouflage. 1 AM, geez man, it's late there. It's quite late indeed. Well, I do normally stream on Saturdays as well, but yeah man, that's a very far away time zone. Well, the VODs will be on the channel as well, man, so you are welcome to stop by and check the VODs too. And I am also chopping up these VODs into more digestible episodes, So feel free to check it out, man. You are more than welcome. I'm trying to adjust the schedule for these streams as well. Speaking of adjustments, I just been booted from the game. Awesome. And we are going back to the start screen because Dark Souls 1 does that, right? It boots you to the starting screen when you lose connection for some reason. Oh well. But yeah, man, don't let me keep you up. Getting an important night's rest is important. Yeah, it's gonna try to log in. It's not going to... Oh, it did log in. Okay. I really wish it was like Dark Souls 2, which again, if they remastered this thing, why did they implement it like this, Why not give us a proper control over the connection, right? Okay, now the summon sign is here. In Dark Souls 2, you can play the game in offline mode, and during the game, if the connection is established again, it's going to just automatically connect to the server, right? It's not going to force you to go back to the start screen.
I am Dusk of Ulisil. It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thy wishes.
So let's talk to her. Let's see what she has to say.
For a very long time, I was trapped within the crystal golem. From my home I was taken, banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth.
I'll definitely be watching your VODs while I play the next game. Thank you. Sorry, while I play next time. Thank you, man, for sure, man. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. So she mentions being moved to a plane of distortion, which again kind of reinforces my suspicion that crystal magic deals with time travel. She was basically outside the normal flux of time, you know, while she was inside the crystal golem. And after we broke her free, she was, you know, returned to the proper timeline. But since she is not from this time, she's from the past, she was immediately pulled back into her timeline, basically. Time travel is weird is what I'm trying to say. Quite weird.
The sorceries of Ulasil differ from the magic of thine age. It is difficult to explain. Ulasil's sorceries are, what doth one say? They're somewhat of an approximation. Thine sorceries are more straightforward, negating all but thyself. Dost thou not find some fascination in these discrepancies?
It is indeed interesting.
The sorcery.
Okay, she's just repeating dialogue. We are going to buy this from her, the Ulasil Ivory Catalyst. Sorcery Catalyst of Lost Land of Ulasil, formed by enchanted white bark branches. The white bark boosts sorcery adjustment, but the sorceries of this lost land are gentle and not affected by intelligence. So again, high magic adjust for a easily available catalyst, but no scaling whatsoever. Therefore only useful in the early game, which suits us just fine. We are also getting this Cast Light, which might come in handy. Repair is quite expensive, though we are not getting this. That's it for now.
If thou art in need, pray summon me again. I only wish to be of some genuine assistance. May the flames guide thee.
We are going to invest just a little bit in intelligence with this character, just so we can cast some auxiliary spells like this one, like Cast Light. This light-producing sorcery is elementary, but nonetheless demonstrates the achievements of mysticism of Ulasil. Such magic has not been developed even in Vinheim. So from regular magic, or we can also say modern magic, really the only thing we see is manipulation of the soul, right? This is what modern magic seems to do. It sharpens the soul into an offensive form, into a weapon, basically. That's why we can fire projectiles, right? Laser beams, pew-pews, basically. Whereas ancient magic from Ulasil is about, like I said, manipulation of light for once, but also things like levitation, right? We see it in the elevators of Ulasil in the DLC. Their elevators works with magic. It levitates. It's not mechanical in nature. Much similar to the elevator we find in Izalith as well, which also works with magic and also levitates up and down, which is quite interesting. It really gives this idea of magic used to be awesome, it used to be great, but since people can't look past the self, right, the only thing they think about is how can I turn this into a weapon? Due to this mindset, magic eventually devolved into what we have today. Did I sit at the bonfire? Why is this guy alive? Huh. Pretty sure I didn't. Did they respawn because I moved into a different area? Yeah, they've all respawned. Look at that. Interesting. So, speaking of armor, can I equip some armor? We do have... Okay, look at this. Still medium rolling. And if I equip this, still medium rolling, what about the elite variation? Alright, chat, look at this. Fashion acquired. We are now a fully fledged knight in heavy armor again. I did say in the very first stream that we were going to move into a heavier suit of armor again. Very, very soon. And by any chance, can I use a heavier weapon and still... Oh, we got to be kidding. Be right back. Let's try that again. Again, I really wish it would just let me play offline. Yes, thank you. No, I do not want to attempt to log in again. Offline mode, yes, please. I might try some co-op later, but not for now. Still medium rolling, nice. This is good. Fully equipped armor and heavier weapons, and we are still medium rolling. This is nice. Yeah. So this is our armor set, and it will be our armor set for quite a while now. Claymore. Alright, let's play around with this. So we should probably go back to Firelink Shrine actually and see if Rhea has returned from her pilgrimage. Out of my way. Oh, check the damage on this, man. Get out of here. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's weird to run through this area backwards. I did not mean to backstab this man, but... there we go. Do excuse me, chat. I forgot to silence my phone. I apologize for that. Oh, easy there. No, sir. Get outspaced. There were 3, right? There you are. I knew there was another one. And let's get these guys over here. Crossbow. People should use the crossbow more often, in my opinion. It's a really... I was gonna say useful weapon. But then I missed enemies who were just strafing, basically. And it was enough to make me miss. Still very useful, though. I will still defend this weapon. We need some points into strength to properly use the claymore and the halberd. But we can fix this quite easily. We have almost 20k souls on us, so should be easy to fix. Okay, he's gonna miss. Oh, okay. Are we gonna have a problem, sir? Yeah, thought so. That's what I thought. I have defense, I have poise. I am fucking invincible, as a certain boss from a certain enemy would say. You can't hurt me, Jack. Can we get 20k before we hit Firelink Shrine? Probably not, right? I have 19,300 souls. I don't think we're gonna get enough souls. Or maybe we will. No, we won't. There's just one more enemy here. Yeah. Almost 20k. That's good. So now we are going to level up, right? I made it a point of not leveling up off stream. Right. But now we can do it. Humanity? Nope. No humanity. One of these days, chat, one of these days, we will get it. I have defense, I have poise. You can't hurt me, my guy. Okay. Missed. How dare you? How dare you hit me? Firebomb? Nice. 2 firebombs. Nice. I like firebombs. Not going to beat the game using only firebombs, though. Only a lunatic would do that. Imagine that. Imagine beating the game using nothing but firebombs. Truly a challenge run for the insane, right? Truly. Anyway. Griggs is still here.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Terrific to see us both in one piece. And pray that you never go hollow.
He has no dialogue for us though, because we need at least, I believe, 15 points in intelligence to trigger his dialogue, where he offers to teach us magic. Which we will do at some point. We are going to use, like I said, a little bit of magic on this character. That's the fun part about playing a full faith build. It's quite an easy build to set up. So you end up with extra points, which you can use, you know, wherever you want, basically. Sorry. Yeah, wherever you want. A smart man would put these points into vitality to get more health, right? But this is a lore run, chat. We don't care about some extra points in health. We care about lore, you know. So let's sit at the bonfire. And let's level up. How many points do I need in strength? I need 16 for this and 16 for this as well. So my calculations were correct. We are going 16 in each, in both strength and dexterity. There we go. Strength and dex. Now we can use the claymore one-handed and we gain access to this wonderful, wonderful one-handed stab. I love this weapon right here. Anything new to say, sir?
Have you been to the ruins of New Londo?
Can't say I have, no.
Just head down the stairs and take the lift. It's certainly worth a visit. It was once an undead city. You may find a clue or two, unless the ghosts find you first.
Right. That's a hard no on my part. I'm not interested in ghosts right now.
How did that nutty sorcerer make it back? Unexpected. But I suppose stranger things have happened.
Right. He comments on each person who comes back to Firelink Shrine, right? So... quite an interesting little detail there.
How did that old man make it back? Unexpected. But I suppose stranger things have happened.
Have they? He calls Laurentius an old man, by the way, which is interesting because he doesn't seem that old to me, you know? Yeah, look at him. Sure, he's got a beard, and seeing as how difficult it is to have a beard in Dark Souls 1, I guess that makes you old, you know? But he's got a, you know, 5 o'clock shadow at best, man. We too have a beard, of course, which we can see right now because, well, we are still in our sausage form, basically. We don't look very good. We look like a sausage. And look who's back. Only Petrus, though, not his companions, which is quite interesting. What happened?
Oh, you again? Me? I've become separated from my lady.
Have you now?
I've scoured near and far, but no sight of her. Where could she have gone? My lady, to think I swore to protect you with my life. Your Highness, where have you gone? I am entirely to blame for this. Oh, woe is me. I am unworthy, deathly so.
Press X to doubt moment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Miracles, was it? Sometimes I lose myself. Pay me no mind.
Right. Right. Okay. Quite suspicious for him to have come back on his own, right? Interestingly, however, we can do this. I can come down here. Hopefully Lautrec will be here. He is not here. Okay. We can fix this quite easily. We can just go back to the main menu. Then come back. Excuse me. He should be here now. There he is. Interesting how he, you know, despawns and spawns again at random. Gives you the idea that he's out there exploring, you know. Also makes him a bit inconsistent, which is why I feel they got rid of this gameplay mechanic in the later games, right? NPCs should be in one place and that's where you will find them at all times, because it's more convenient for the player this way. Anyway, hello.
By the lords, your face.
Can you see it?
Your humanity is really slipping.
Have a helm on.
But there are methods. Most fools have more humanity than they know what to do with. Now, who do you imagine will make the best use of it?
So that's the second person saying we can just kill other undeads to take away their humanity. Which we are not going to.
Ah, you certainly are keeping busy.
I am.
Care to pay
Oh,
for
for
a useful tip?
crying out loud. 2,900 for a useful tip. Let's try that again. Do tell me if you hear other voices in the background, chat, because there seems to be some sort of concert happening around my house. I specifically chose to stream on Sunday to prevent this from happening, but apparently there is no legislation in my city preventing this from happening. It shouldn't though. Last time I tested, my microphone didn't pick up on this, so... And now Lautrec is in here. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Excuse me again. Great Hill Excerpt, we might buy that soon. So, we need 2,900 souls. I believe we have some soul items we can use. We have one, I hope it's enough. Is it? Not quite. Damn it. We could use this, but I kinda don't want to. Alright, let's farm some souls real quick, and then we'll come back. We should get enough by just killing these guys here. So that's 72, okay. Come on. 72 again. 96 from this guy. He's just a little bit stronger than the other ones. Let's zap that guy over there. Yeah, we're getting close, right? Can we kill the skeletons as well? For some more souls? I believe we can. 24 from the rat, that's not a lot. Or we could also just explore the graveyard very quickly, because there are a bunch of soul items down there. Which I haven't taken, I believe. Yeah, let's do that. Just saw we have a monster. There he is, sitting at the bonfire. Scary, scary creatures have a monsters. Again, we can kill the skeletons because we do have a Morning Star. Let's check if we can still kill them though, actually, because I believe one of the requirements was being a member of the Way of Light. No, they are dying. Interesting. So if you have a Morning Star, you can perma-kill the skeletons, regardless of your covenant. Maybe it has to do with faith though. Interesting, I have to test this out, I believe, at some point. Can you guys wake up? It's another soul. Backstab this guy. You can't hurt me. I have poise. Okay. Just a bit more, or actually no, I have a soul item now, I can just use this. Let's not subject you guys to farming. Nobody likes that. 400 souls in this one soul. Nice. So let's go back. And let's try that again. Down here, I almost sat at the bonfire for some reason. And he is still there, nice.
Ah, you certainly are keeping busy.
I am.
Care to pay for a useful tip?
Sure, you seem a resourceful man.
A wise choice indeed. Maiden Thurland and her followers recently arrived in this land, but she became stranded deep below the catacombs.
So I've heard.
Her followers either fled or were reduced to hollows, leaving Maiden Thurland all alone. Not a bad tip, huh? A Nubar cleric would be replete with humanity.
And where did you hear that from?
That tip I gave you? I heard it from a fleeing old man. That poor bastard. All his robes and trinkets won't help him now.
A fleeing old man. Right, you can stop laughing now, man. Okay, we get it. You're creepy, we get it, okay? Dark Souls NPCs, man, I swear. But yeah, now we learn that Petrus abandoned his companions, and he abandoned Lady Tolerund. Man, it's hard to say that for some reason. So we can now confront Petrus with this.
Oh, hello there. Have you spoken with Sir Lautrec?
I have.
Splendid. In the depths of the catacombs, Milady slipped off the giant's coffin and into a hole. Her two companions are no longer human, and the lass weeps in solitude. Right now, you could do as you please with her. The poor little purebred is entirely helpless.
This bastard. Right, so he believes...
Come again.
He believes we are going to use this opportunity to kill Rhea, right? And he is more or less hoping that's what we're gonna do as well. It's never really clear why Petrus wants to kill Rhea, but I believe it's just envy, probably. He seems to be a lower ranking knight of the church, and Rhea seems to be a member of a noble family, right? Of the House of Torolund. The way he refers to her, the poor little purebred, implies that he is envious of her status, I believe. But that's really just speculation. We have no way of knowing why he's doing this. But we are going down into the catacombs to rescue her, actually. Which makes me realize we don't have a divine weapon. Now this is a problem. I have a Morning Star on me. Do I have any green shards? I do not have any green shards. So chat, let's go on a quest then. Do I have a Pyromancy Flame? I have, and it's +3 at the moment. Right, so we are going on an adventure, chat. In order to rescue Rhea from the catacombs, we are going to acquire at least one green Titanite shard, so that we can make one of our weapons divine. And in order to do that, we are going to explore the depths again. Damn it. Out of my way. Alright. Some more armor, alright. So if you're watching this in the episodes, not on the VOD, but on the YouTube episodes, I'm going to skip ahead until we get the green Titanite shard, but if you are watching this on stream, you are going with me on this adventure right now. So strap up and have fun. Maybe we'll get some co-op going as well. I'm going to drop my sign as I farm for shards in the depths. The depths are, in my opinion, one of the best places to do some low-level co-op, because you can put your sign down at the bonfire, and while you wait to be summoned, you can farm for shards from the weird slime enemies. I don't even know how to call those things. And you can also farm from farm for humanity from the rats. So it's a very cool place to do some early level co-op and some farming as well. So let's heal up. Let's play around with the halberd while we're here. Shouldn't take too long. We have 8 soft humanity, which increases our drop chance. And we have already unlocked the bonfire, so it's an easy trip to the farming spot. And get rid of these guys quite easily. Look how good the crossbow is. It's awesome for a medium range surprise attack, you know. Do I have fire bombs? We do. Come on. Jump down. Come on. You know you want to. There you go. You have got to be kidding me. Get out of here. Green shards? First try? Nah. Of course not. We wouldn't be so lucky, right? Okay, so let's not use all of our fire bombs here. I am instead going to use a bit of pyromancy, actually. That's why we got the pyromancy glove. Sorry, pyromancy flame from Lorethrough. So let's rest here. Instead of heal, I'm gonna use this, combustion. And I'm gonna put down my cyan as well, just for good measure. Pyromancy flame, no. This, okay. We have 9 soft humanity, nice. We got another one on the way here, apparently. So we can just run past this area here. Get rid of this guy. And then burn these guys. And they are extremely weak to fire. So it's quite an easy farm. And we can even get 2 in just 1 combustion as well, if we aim correctly, you know. No luck this time. There is one more down here. This is a useful tutorial, I suppose. It's a nice place to... Oh, damn it. It's a nice place to... Sorry. A nice opportunity to teach you a useful farming route you can take. Why am I doing this? I can just do this. There we go. No items. Alright. No problem. I could farm for humanity as well, but I am in a bit of a hurry here. I'll do it just once, just to show you how to do it, in case you guys are interested. Don't go down these ladders here. If you do, your summon sign is going to disappear. Instead, come over here. And you can explore this whole area here, and your summon sign will not disappear. So let's get these guys. Halberd. Sweep attack. Awesome. And we can farm for humanities. And there we go. A humanity. And a great axe as well. Let's check this out. This great axe is a oh, Jesus Christ, what is this word? Veritable mass of iron. So let's try that again. This great axe is a veritable mass of iron. Its weight sends flows flying, but makes it difficult to handle without inhuman strength. Any miss makes one very vulnerable. Any miss makes one very vulnerable, as each swing requires the full force of the body. So it's a chunky weapon is what the game is trying to say. And we can't even swing it properly because we don't have nearly enough strength for this. I did mention in a past theory that this whole inhuman strength, you know, to me is a hint that original humans were meant to do that. The humans before the Curse of the Undead was a thing, before Gwyn sealed away our power. The original humans were incredibly powerful, right? So Gwyn not only sealed away the dark, but what basically happened was it made humans weak because of that. Alright. So let's try one more round of farming. There seems to be a lot of activity here. I do hope someone summons us, but I guess we'll see. Do I have enough shards for... I don't, I think. Yeah, no. I wouldn't mind upgrading my armor as well. Come on then. Oh, you bastards. Yeah, these guys, again, they don't care about poise. They will just always stagger you regardless of how much poise you have. We are rocking a full suit of armor plus the Wolf's Ring, and we still got stun locked. Which is, of course, VS. Thomas had never seen that level of VS before. No luck, damn it. That's unnerving, to say the least. So let's farm this guy here. Ah, damn it, I can never get the backstab in time. It's the 60 FPS, I tell you. In Prepare to Die, I always got it. No luck. So I'm not going to farm the rats again, we're going straight to the bonfire and repeating this until we get the green shards. So how's your Sunday going, chat? Mine is pretty good. Just came back from a walk before the stream. Just had myself a nice mug of coffee as well. Despair, come on, man. This isn't Blighttown. Why despair? You will see despair soon enough. Oh, there we go. We are getting some co-op. Nice. No luck. Okay, so let's do some co-op, I suppose. A fellow knight. I salute you, my friend. Interesting choice of weapon, though. Not even waiting for me. El Zaino 138. Is that the number of attempts, my guy? Have you tried beating the game 138 times? I do hope not. So where are we going? Straight for the boss, it seems. Good. Let's do this then. Straight to the boss we go. Ignoring the enemies too. That's not the boss fight, my guy. Come on. Did he go this way? Are you here, sir? Where'd you go? Ah, these players, man, they just rush ahead, you know? No, he's not here, definitely. I believe anyway. Okay, I hear his footsteps. There you are. Come on then. Is he gonna summon Solaire though? That's the question. I would be honored to fight alongside another Sunbro. So he's going for the heavy crossbow. My man is going for a Dex build probably, since he has the Great Scythe. Aha, he's gonna summon Solaire. Let's go. Sunbro in chat. We're gonna Sunbro. Okay, I gotta do this. You gotta do the synchronized emote. Come on. There we go. That was smooth. Nice. This dragon has no chance, I tell you. He will never see it coming. Quite an ugly dragon too. Imagine seeing this shit right here as a new player, man. It has got to be terrifying, right? Alright, so let's try to go for the tail cut. Because I always assume that's what the host wants, right? And he is making it easy for us, so that's nice. Stand still, sir. Yeah. Ooh, nice. Good damage. That thing is... Oh, he has, I believe, a lightning around the scythe, so... I'm just gonna spam lightning on this guy. Or hit its head too. That works. Get out of the way. Okay, he's not gonna charge forward. You don't have a tail anymore, sir. You can't do that. Why is Solar at half health, though? Oh, is that gonna hit me? Almost. Charge forward. Yeah. Get out of there. Ooh, that's dangerous. No, damn it. Why are hosts so damn stupid? Alright. It is a dangerous boss, so it happens. So let's try that again. At least I have all of my items. He might summon us again, so let's help him out. And let's keep on farming in the meantime. Get out of my way. Please give me a green shard, please. I am begging you. Maybe I should pop a humanity just so I am doing this, you know, at maximum possible drop rate. There we go. Another run. Let's try that again. Let's run past these guys. Come on, you bastards. Just one shot. Just one. That's all I'm asking. I thought it was a pickup, but it wasn't. No luck. Alright. It's a shame we only get the farming ring quite late in the game, right? Well, not late. We get it like midway through the game, but still. It's the kind of item that would have been useful in the early game, right? But I suppose you're supposed to play the game organically the first time you play it. Still, it should be available to us, I believe. Earlier in the game than it is. A more experienced player can use it, you know, to get some useful items in the early game with it. Still no luck. Come on. Just one. Give me just one, you bastards. Alright. Another attempt. Let's do this. I need one shard, you know. Just one and I'll be good. Out of my way. Kill this guy. Why are these teams weak to fire though? I gotta wonder. Oh. There we go, we got it. Nice. Okay, that didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. That was nice. Let's go, chat. I am soul level 29 currently, so I'm not going to... Well, I'll leave my summon sign there, and... if somebody summons me on my way back to Firelink Shrine, then I'll just help them out, you know? And I'll put those extra souls into upgrading my stuff, basically. Can we get another, though? That's the question. Let's see how lucky we are. And no. I guess we shouldn't push our luck, right? That's okay. We got one. We got what we came for. And that's all that I need. So we are now going back to Firelink Shrine, and with a proper divine weapon in hand, we are going to challenge the catacombs at an early level, which should prove an interesting challenge. Low level catacombs is quite interesting. Low level pinwheel is quite interesting. It's slightly less easy. It's still painfully easy, but not as ridiculously easy as it normally is, you know? I like to get my crossbow out here and shoot these guys from a safe distance. How dare you? Alright, take this. No, oh, still hit me. I don't have my healing miracle equipped. I have to equip it again later. Yeah, I'm gonna block this. Out of my way, man. Parry. Have yourself a parry, sir. Let me out of here. Out of my way, thank you. And there we go. Back to Firelink Shrine, then straight to Andre to upgrade our Morningstar to Divine. And then into the catacombs we go. So let's do this. And the reason why I'm choosing the Morningstar is because it is quite useful against skeletons, because it will disassemble the skeletons right with each hit, since it deals strike damage. So let's do this. I don't know why I healed, honestly, but better safe than sorry, they say. We gained another humanity on the way back to Firelink Shrine. This is interesting. We have 11 soft humanity at the moment. Maybe I should turn human, because I haven't... Ever since I started this character, I haven't turned human, right? So let's do this. Excuse me? Get out of here. Piss off, buddy. Alright, so here's the strategy to make this as effectively as possible. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna switch combustion for my healing miracle. We are going to pay Andre a visit, and then I'm popping a homeward bone to come back to Firelink Shrine quickly. Because I've wasted enough time on this little adventure of ours here. So let's take the elevator, or the lift, depending on how you want to call it. I believe lift is a British expression, right? So, if you're British, this would be a lift. I am, of course, Brazilian, so makes no difference to me. Alright. Here we are, finally. Just a few more enemies to get rid of, because I know they're gonna bother me. There we go. That one is going to ignore me, I believe. Yeah, thankfully. Andre. My man Andre, please. Help me out. I can hear him, chat. I can hear him hammering away. Without a care in the world. And there he is. Andre, I need a divine weapon. And let's make it the Morningstar.
Well, hello again.
Hello.
Need it?
Yes, I need something forged. I need a divine Morningstar. Thank you. Alright, now we're ready.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Thank you, my friends. As always, thank you for your assistance. So, How much damage is this doing? 207 damage compared to, say, a halberd. 198, 191 on the claymore, 148 on the longsword. So it's our most damaging weapon at the moment. Quite good, quite good. So let's pop a homeward bone. And then we are going to brave the depths. Sorry, not the depths, the catacombs. So off we go. We are back at Firelink Shrine. Alright, let's buy one level. And let's make it... You can never go wrong with health, right? More vitality then. And let's also reverse Halloween. Let's turn human. Let's Detroit become human. And here we are. So, this is our character, as you can see. And before we go into the catacombs, I'm going to take a short break here, chat. Take a few minutes, you know, to stretch my legs a bit, have a glass of water, and then we are going to brave the catacombs when we get back. So I will be right back, chat. Alright chat, we are back. Back from our break. Switching back into the game right now. And we are now ready to venture into the catacombs. We have just acquired ourselves a divine weapon, which should allow us to deal with whatever necromancy awaits us inside the catacombs. Hey Cindy. Good to have you in chat as always. And also, since it is a morning star, like I said, it is going to be very good at breaking the skeletons apart with each hit. It's still going to be somewhat challenging though, because as you can see, it does take around 3 attacks to kill these guys. And these are quite weak. The skeletons within the catacombs themselves are much stronger, you know? They have more health, I mean. But still, if we take this slowly, it should be possible. It is certainly in theme with our character to be brave in the catacombs. Oh, you bastards. How dare you dodge. Let's two-hand and take this. Let's heal. That's why we have the healing miracle. Our lightning spears can one-shot all the enemies in the catacombs, I believe, so if we need to use that, you know. If we need, we can also use that, I mean. So, the catacombs, there we go. We have skeletons and we have those guys as well, who I believe they are meant to be ghosts, or... oh. Some sort of angry spirit, at least, who blows up once they get near you. And you can't actually hit them to make things worse. That's 3 attacks, and then 1 strong attack, so probably 4 weak attacks to kill 1 skeleton. Not great. We are going to have to be careful. Thankfully, they are not very difficult enemies, moveset wise anyway. A strong attack, just to finish things off. There we go. Alright. It is quite dark too. Let me know, chat, if you can see well, because things tend to be easier to see on my screen than they are on your screen. You can't parry jump attacks, my friend. Yeah, take this. Stop blocking, you bastard. And I can't guard break this guy. And take this. So that's a scimitar. And here we have this guy. Where are you? No, thank you. Have a morning star, and we actually bled him too. Cool. We got the bleed proc. So that's a necromancer, and these are the guys who keep reviving the skeletons. The skeletons didn't revive, of course, because we are defeating them with a divine weapon. But if we weren't, then we would have to defeat the necromancer in order to permakill the skeletons. I like this weapon. It is very useful and very underrated as well. It's slightly less damage than the mace, but still respectable damage, and it causes bleed as well, which is very interesting. We are going to make good use of it once we fight the Stray Demon as well, because in early levels the Stray Demon is very tanky. It has a lot of health, right, but if you use a bleed weapon, you can make short work of it. Bleed is extremely strong in Dark Souls 1, and it's such a shame that it was nerfed in subsequent games. And it's not a understandable nerf, right? Parrying is okay. Parries were OP. They needed to be nerfed, you know. Poise, too. Although I don't like how they nerfed Poise. I still understand that it needed to be nerfed, but bleed, man, it was okay, you know. It's meant to be strong because it's hard to proc. but it is what it is, I suppose. It's somewhat useful in Dark Souls 3 at least. Can we zap this guy? We can. So, take this. Another one? Yeah. Alright, that was an easy kill on the Necromancer. One at a time, gentlemen. Oh, so that's 3 attacks for the two-handed moveset. And there we go. So let's just slowly make our way through this place. We are not going to meet Patches, unfortunately, because in order to meet him, we have to come here before Rhea and Petrus come down here. Because presumably he is the one who actually pulls Rhea into falling. Not presumably, actually, it's literally what happens, right? She tells us so. But yeah. So we did miss the first encounter with Patches. But it's quite a weird encounter to have too, because why would a new player come all the way down here so early in the game, right? And even if they wanted to, it's quite difficult to do it, and there's not a lot of incentive to doing it either, so it's a very out-of-the-way encounter, I think. But that's fine. Oh no. We are, of course, human. I wasn't expecting to get an invasion here, honestly. This was surprising. Well, I am human, so that's fair game, I suppose. Bring it on, sir, is what I say. Bring it on. If I die, I die. Just as the gods of PvP intended, you know? I am, of course, going to get rid of as many enemies as I can. Did I hear something? Is he using one of the... Oh, yes. There he is. He's a ghost! He's a ghost, chat. We are being haunted. It's a ghost. I love this. It's a ghost. They are haunting the catacombs. Of course they are. This makes so much sense. I love this, man. On-team invasions. What up, ghost? Oh, that's not nice. Yeah. Not gonna complain. Kinda walked into that one. They didn't take my humanity, though. That's interesting. No, be gone, ghosts. I kinda don't want to kill this guy. He's funny. You know. Oh, I missed. Yeah, help me. Begone, spirit. Okay. He's being... Oh, he's gonna drain me again, isn't he? Yeah. Or she, I don't know. Okay, so note to self. Do not emote before ghosts. Begone, spirit. Go into the light. Fight me. So, are we gonna fight? They dropped something. I kinda don't want to pick it up. I'm kinda scared. What is this? Titanite chunks. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And again, yeah, of course. That didn't work. Wanna try that again, sir? Oh, he's black crystalline out too. Such a cool invasion, man. Props to this guy, man. GG. The catacombs, chat. They are haunted. Scary, scary place. There be ghosts about, chat. Be careful. Honestly, though, props to that guy. Such a cool invasion. This is why I pay internet, you know. That's what I pay my internet for. That's a soul of a large... Sorry, soul of a large... soul of a large soldier. No. Large soul of a nameless soldier. And we forgot to pick this up during the, you know, chaos of being haunted by a ghost, by a spirit. There's a weapon here. The Lucerne, or Lucerne, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. When I played for the first time, I wanted to get a sword you can find around there. Nito sword, that's the Gravelord Greatsword, right? Gravelord Greatsword. Try saying that very quickly, like 3 times in a row. Gravelord Greatsword, Gravelord Greatsword, Gravelord Greatsword. Maybe that's difficult. Anyway, we got the Lucerne. But yeah, Cindy, the Gravelord Greatsword is a certified hood classic. It's one of the early game weapons that could carry you throughout the entire game, you know? So, absolutely. Lucerne. Halberd with a large, hard beak-like protrusion. Inflicts thrust damage. Instead of thrusting like a spear, the wielder of the Lucerne aims to club the head with its hard beak. I'm considering using this, actually. It's such an interesting weapon. It is a halberd, so it fits into our knight team. But it's such an interesting weapon. Look at this. Yeah, I'm gonna use this, definitely. We're using this, chat. I am going to make it divine as soon as I can. So let's go back to the Morning Star for now. Yeah, that was surprising, wasn't it? To be haunted by a spirit. Huh. No damage, so that's pure physical damage. Interesting. You would think that's magic damage, right? But it's pure physical. Interesting. Off you go. Yeah. Sparta. This is Dark Souls. That was funnier in my head, I suppose. Well. Anyway, this is where... No, it's not, right? That's not where we would meet Patches for the first time. But this is the first activatable bridge we can find here in the catacombs. So it turns that around. Now we can cross it. And here we have a soul of a proud knight. Probably another knight who ventured into the catacombs and failed. And I can't take this. Yeah, you can't, man. Not from here anyway. There's a bonfire in there. Let's rate this message. It's teasing us. The game is teasing us right now. We are going to get the bonfire though, soon enough. So my plan is to save Rhea, which means we are going to have to complete the entirety of the catacombs and about 1/3 of the Tomb of Giants as well, which is very difficult on a low-level character. And then we are going to make our way back to Firelink Shrine. Out of my way. And there's a few different ways to go about it. We could do this effectively and not sit at any bonfires on the way there. Here we have a secret area, I believe. Yes, we do. And these guys are trying to hide. We are not going to let them. Let's get at least one of them. Okay, we got one. Oh, and we got some green shards on the way too. That's nice. We can upgrade our Morning Star now. I am going to quit and then come back in just so that the other lizard respawns. But we could do this effectively and not sit at any bonfires. Meaning we could just homeward bone our way back to Firelink Shrine as soon as we save Rhea. But that's very risky because it means we do have to first try this entire thing, right? And I am pretty confident I can first try the catacombs. Not so confident I can first try my way through the giant skeletons in the Tomb of Giants. and save Rhea, you know, with a low level, under-leveled weapon, you know, that's quite difficult. So we are instead going to play it safe and sit at the bonfires. That one being the first one. So we got some green shards, which is nice. Means we can upgrade our weapon as soon as we find a bonfire. These guys have respawned though. How? I haven't touched a bonfire. Weird. They're dead though. Because the necromancer here is dead. Speaking of which, there used to be a necromancer right here. What happened to it? I've just realized I never killed a necromancer here, so... What happened? Huh. Funny. Must have... Oh, I turned the bridge and... Maybe it was standing right, like at the very tip of the bridge. And it died when I turned the bridge over. That's probably it. Well... Saves me some lightning spears, I suppose. Let's backstab this guy. That didn't work. Let's try that again. No need to get up, sir. Do not worry yourself with me. Another one here? No, but there is an item. Ouch. And some spikes to my face as well. Another knight. I never realized, but we do find lots of knight souls down here. Which, again, lore implications, right? Countless knights of the Way of White have tried to fight their way through the catacombs for the rite of kindling and have died on their way here. On their way there, I should say. No reason not to heal, I suppose. So let's take this guy out. This level is quite challenging, actually, come to think of it, which balanced itself out, I suppose, due to also having the easiest boss in the game, right? Another knight, see? See what I told you? Most of these souls belong to knights. That's very interesting. I never stopped to... well, to realize that, really. Interesting. And of course, one of these knights is none other than the legendary paladin, Leroy. Paladin Leroy of the Way of White, who was armed with sacred weapons and sent into this divine mission. Presumably the first member of the Way of White to be sent on this mission, right? So it should be quite interesting to meet him, if we do meet him, of course. So let's activate that door over there. We are not going to jump down into the shortcut just yet because, like I said, I am trying to play this safe, so... Let's not jump into a place which will lock us into a room full of wheel skeletons, shall we? How about we don't do that? That sounds like a good idea. Let's actually come over here for now. Fully explore this area, you know, get all the items we can. Activate the bridge up here. So that's another bridge over there. And let's get the bonfire over there. Let's rest, maybe level up a little bit. Aha, missed me. Alright, bonfire acquired. There we go. Maybe I should kindle this bonfire as well. No reason not to, I suppose. Can I upgrade my armor? No, I can't. I can, however, upgrade this. Quite some levels, actually, because I have some... I had 4 shards, so that's 1, 2, 3 levels, 3 upgrades. I'll actually hold off on upgrading this because I don't want to be pushed too, you know, upwards into the matchmaking system. 1 point into endurance, and then we are going to kindle this bonfire once. I haven't tried to do this on this playthrough yet, so let me do this now, I suppose. If we try to kindle it again, we get this message. Cannot kindle further without the sacred... Not sacred, secret rite. So that's why we need the rite of kindling, so that we can kindle bonfires above the normal limit, right? And of course, now we understand what is happening here, right? Kindling and bonfire is the act of feeding humanity into the fire, which is just a way that Gwyn found to basically make the undead population self-control. There is no need to keep humanity in check if you fool the humans into doing it themselves, right? They are burning away their dark soul or fragments of their dark soul in order to keep it sealed away, to keep it checked. And in doing so, they believe they are gaining power, which they aren't, of course. I hear a necromancer. Yeah, I hear a necromancer, I'm sure I do. Okay. Where are you aiming at? Ass moment. There we go. There is a secret passage here, right? Yeah, there is. Might as well get it, I suppose. Yeah, let's get it. Why not? Can plunge this guy. Yeah. And there is an archer who I can't hit, I believe, from here. You guys, get out of here. Yeah. Take this. Can I see this archer? I can't. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this guy was supposed to break through the ceiling. But I guess he spawned down here. And we still got the animation of the ceiling breaking, which is funny. These guys may seem very intimidating, but they can be very easily staggered by strike damage as well. See? So, no problems here. This place confuses me. Yeah, it is quite confusing. It's very labyrinthian, you know? Darkmoon Seance Ring. So let's check this out. This ring granted to adherents of Gwyndolin, Darkmoon deity and last born of Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight. Grants additional magic attunement slots. The Dark Sun Gwyndolin is the only remaining deity in Anor Londo. His followers are few, but their tasks are of vital importance. Interesting. So a seance is a ceremony you hold to honor the recently deceased, the recently passed, right? And we find this in the catacombs, which is the place where the deceased are laid to rest, basically. So it makes sense that we find it here. What makes more sense, however, is that wearing this ring will unlock Gwyn's tomb in Anor Londo. So it was used to pay respects to Gwyn, basically, after Gwyn was presumably dead, right? Why we find this ring here, though I'm not so sure. Some people speculate this statue to be Gwyn's wife, and the little baby there might be Gwyndolin. I'm not sure, honestly. Who knows? Or maybe this ring belonged to another adherent of the Covenant of the Blades of the Dark Moon. Where is the ladder that goes up? There is a ladder, right? Here we go. So let's deal with this archer here. No more arrows. Are we done with arrows, sir? There you are, you bastard. You camper. Out of my way. Get out of here. Yeah. Take this. Wait. Is this another area? Huh. I had never seen this before, chat. I didn't realize you could climb this ladder to that little platform over there to deal with the archer. Interesting. I've always assumed the only ladder here was the one which leads you back onto the main path, you know? I learned something new. Would you look at that? I learned something new on this game that I have been playing for years. What is going on here? Am I going insane? Where am I supposed to go? I'm going crazy. Where do I go? So there's one stair on each side, which is already more than I knew before. I've always assumed there was only one ladder here. Am I going crazy? This is the path, right? This is where you're supposed to go. What the hell is happening right now? I must be going insane. Okay. So what about here? What if I come over here? Okay. I haven't played through this game in quite a while, but... there we are, okay. Man, I completely forgot where you're supposed to go from there. This area is indeed confusing, Cindy. I have just proven that, and fallen victim to it. It is indeed very confusing. Ah, so there's the guy I was listening to. I was hearing, sorry. Third hit, yeah. And this. Up. That's a developer message, by the way. All the messages with a knight, with the knight icon, are developer messages. Which reminds me actually, maybe we should have... what's it called again? The miracle which reveals more messages on the ground, because it also reveals developer messages. Tranquil Walk of Peace, the most hated miracle in the game. Outland Miracle, foreign to the Way of White, slows all walking enemies within effect area. This miracle is normally used to flee as it slows walking but does not affect attacks, but nevertheless defines peace perfectly. So this is the miracle which is used by the Stone Guardians in the Ulasil Garden as well. And it makes everybody around you heavier. They can't run and they can't even row, I believe. Take this. Oh, that was beautiful. They can block kicks. These guys have a lot of stamina. Alright. Yeah, quite confusing, isn't it, Cindy? But yeah, this miracle gets a bad rep in PvP, but it's really not that hard to deal with. All you have to do is put your back to a wall to not get backstabbed, and after that your opponent should be very predictable, because they will try to capitalize on the fact that you can't move, so they're going to just attack you, right? So you can either just parry them or just attack them back, you know, spam. If you have enough defense and enough poise, you can just out-damage them. In theory, of course, things tend to not go so smoothly, but that's what you can do in that situation. Damn it, that was supposed to be a jump attack. The archer fell down, so whatever. We'll take it. Out of my way, please. There we go. Let's get a shortcut here. Someone just shot me on the back. Bastards. Damn archers. Nobody here? Ah, that's the place with the secret passage, right? Try dashing through. Treasure. Aha, that's another developer message here. And here we have a bunch of stuff. I am going to parkour my way through this area here. Yeah, we can do this jump. Are those guys aggroed? That's the question. Are they going to bother me? I hope not. One of them is at least. And there's another one. I can hear them. Ooh. I was too close to that. Out of my way. Thank you. And now this guy. Okay. So that's dealt with. Let's see if we can kill Pinwheel on this episode before we end this episode. I should be able to quickly jump down there and get this done. So we are in human form right now, which means we should be able to see summon signs, and there is one right there. Do you guys see it? Which means we should, in theory, be able to drop down here. And we survived because we are not playing Dark Souls 2. This fall would have killed us 3 times over in Dark Souls 2. Fall damage in that game is brutal. And here we find a large soul of a nameless soldier and also this guy. The man, the legend, Paladin Leroy, and of course we are going to summon him. I mentioned on the very first stream, but I like to think our character is a Paladin Leroy fanboy. He is a low-ranking Knight of the Way of White, so of course he grew up hearing stories about Leroy, right? So being able to summon him must be, well, crazy, to say the least. And let's also try and grab the item we have on the ledge here. I believe it's the Cleric set. There we go. Priest's hat, holy robe, and traveling gloves. Also a mace, which we might use later for variety's sake, we'll see. Leroy has jumped down. And he should help us take care of these skeletons down here. I really don't need to though, I could just go to the boss, but let's kill these guys. Let's hope they don't kill Leroy. They shouldn't. This bastard. So that's one down, and yeah. This happens sometimes. These guys would just clip through the wall and fall into the void, basically. Let's get this guy. Ah, damn it. Danger, danger. Kill this guy. Oh, that's dangerous. Not good, not good. I need to be careful. Yeah, Leroy can heal, so he should be okay. Now we have to deal with these guys, right? Jump attack? Damn it. Jump attack, I said. This bastard, though. Yeah, see, this is dangerous. Could you stop doing this? Thank you. Come on. Running attack. There we go. I hate these guys too, Cindy, but I kinda like them because they were taken straight out of Berserk, right? And you gotta respect that. This is one of the many Berserk inspirations in this game, right? So there is a bunch of stuff for me to explore up there, including a Black Knight. But I'm gonna do that on another stream. For now, we are going to fight Pinwheel and absolutely destroy him because we have Paladin Leroy here with us with his giant chicken leg, rather to smash any unsuspecting necromancers. So let's do this. 2 paladins versus a necromancer. Place your bets, everyone. Who's gonna win? Alright, let's do this then. As much as this boss is weak, he does have a pretty interesting backstory. Oh, it's more of a theory, really. Let's deal with the copy here. much damage does Leroy do, I wonder? Let's see. Oh my lord. Did you guys see that? And there we go. That's it, chat. Holy shit. Thank you, Leroy. Take it easy, man. Chill. He never saw it coming. Did you guys see that? That was 2 hits. I was gonna use Lightning Spear, but unnecessary, apparently. And what do we get? Place your bets, everyone. What mask are we gonna get? And that is... Damn it. We didn't become the legend, chat. We couldn't do it this time. That's okay. No base cannon for me. But that's okay. Next time, chat. Next time. So, Mask of the Child. Let's read this. One of the 3 masks of the Pinwheel, the necromancer who stole the power of the Gravelord and reigns over the catacombs. This mask, belonging to the naive child, slightly raises stamina recovery speed. So there was this whole theory that Pinwheel is basically the amalgamation of 3 people inside one body, basically. The father, the mother, and the child. And that's why he wears 3 masks. But I think that's just a theory, right? It's never been confirmed by anyone. Especially because we do meet other pinwheels later in the game. So it seems to be more of a cult of necromancers who serve Nito. And this 3 masks thing is basically their uniform, I think. Still, interesting to say the least. Weakness anywhere, indeed. I was gonna pop a homeward bone on our way out, but I think we can just circle back through here. Be wary of Gorgeous View, is that so? Gorgeous View, my ass, you can see anything. It's complete darkness down here. Damn liars. Here, however, we have another developer message showing us a shortcut. I guess the developers thought it would be difficult to find your way back. Or possibly that players might be lured into trying to fight their way through the Tomb of Giants right after fighting Pinwheel, which would be catastrophic to say the least. Definitely not a good idea. Yeah, it's interesting, but it makes me wonder, why do they wear the 3 masks, right? The family theory was a lot very... Sorry. The family theory was very personal, you know, it makes sense for a personal backstory, but... Damn it. The delayed hitbox on that. Oh, there's this guy now. Oh, he has the flinch animation too. Interesting. Hit me. Yeah, no thank you. Let me just deal with this Black Knight here, then I'll come back to my... Oh, I got the parry, I thought I missed. I'll come back to my train of thought. Just 1 second. Get staggered and get destroyed. White Titanite chunk, interesting, we are going to need this very soon. So like I said, the family theory, the theory in which there's a family of 3 stuffed into one body, basically, is a very personal backstory. So it doesn't make sense that other necromancers have a similar design. Man, look how strong the Morning Star is. Just destroy these guys, and the Black Knights too. And we got a Skull Lantern, very nice. We are going to need this very soon. The Skull Lantern of the Catacombs Necromancer droops from his long beard locks. This lantern alights the Tomb of Giants, Nitro's light-devouring domain of death. Also serves as a fire damage strike weapon. So it's literally the skull of one of the necromancers. Why we can't just hold a torch, I don't know, but yeah. Quite interesting. I guess the idea is that a torch wouldn't work in the Tomb of Giants because the darkness there is not just the absence of light. Sorry, the absence of light. It is quite literally devouring light, kind of like a black hole, which is very creepy to think about, but very interesting too. So just having a regular torch wouldn't do, right? You have to have some sort of magical source of light to light the path in the Tomb of Giants. Which then makes me wonder, why does cast light work? Is any magic light enough, you know? Why does the sunlight maggot work too? Because that's just, you know, light. But I guess they are all magical in nature, so it still makes sense, lore-wise. So we have more skellies here. Jump attack. You can parry jump attacks, you bastard. And there you go. I'm also purposefully going to fall down here because there is a soul item we can get. This is where the Black Knight was, by the way. Soul of a Proud Knight. Another Soul of a Knight. So it really reinforces my theory that all of these bodies are just knights or members of the church who died down here. Quite interesting. Since the fight against Pinwheel was so easy, let's defeat the Titanite demon we find around here too. Nice, you mean the parry Cindy. I was surprised at how easily I parried that guy because I'm usually quite decent at parrying the Greatsword Black Knights, the other knights not so much. The knights which use a Great Axe or a Halberd, you know. The ones who have different weapons, they are more difficult to parry in my opinion. Luckily, however, we got it first try. So we can come in here. We don't have a Eye of Death though, so it's not gonna do anything. Yeah, we don't. But we can chill in this coffin if we want to. You know? Why would one do this? I don't know. You know, maybe you're just tired, you just wanna chill. You know? But yeah, it's not gonna do anything right now because we don't have the appropriate item. And we also have this guy who is pretending to not move. It's a statue, right, chat? Surely. No, it's not. Are we going to fight this guy fairly? No, we are not. So, are you going to jump? Are you going to cast lightning? What's it gonna be? I am going to cast lightning and get you guys. Sorry, get you. Oh, you son of a bitch. I underestimated the reach on that attack. I was saying I'm going to cast lightning and get you locked into a AI loop. Preferably not trade hits with you though. Yeah, that's more like it. This I like. Let's not get a hit here. Let's try that again. Hit me. Come on. Throw lightning at me. There you go. Another one. Get a hit, sir. I think it's programmed to try and fire at us if we attack from range, so this AI loop here works very well. This? Okay. Take this. Not enough. Ouch. Oh, that was a bit too close for comfort. Did you guys see the damage I took? Ouch. Ouch, chat. Ouchie. I don't like it. Yeah, these guys are wonky. I'm not fighting these guys fairly. Do not even ask me. These guys are way too wonky. Did we read the Demon Titanite description? I believe we did. They come from pieces of Titanite which became demons. Special Titanite stolen from a faceless stone beast known as a Titanite demon. When the nameless blacksmith deity passed, yeah, we've read this already. From several slabs came great beasts. So some of the Titanite slabs mutated and became demons. Which makes me think the name demon is... Oh, we have Eyes of Death here, interesting. The name demon is probably just, you know, how people began calling these things. They are probably not demons as in... They are not creations of Izalith. They have nothing to do with the Chaos Flame, I think. They are just pieces of Titanite which mutated and gained form, I think. That's what I think anyway, you know. Maybe they do have something to do with the Chaos Flame. So should we do this now? I suppose we can just pay a visit, right, to Nito. Nothing's gonna come out of it because we are not joining the Covenant anyway. But who knows? Might as well do this. We are not getting the Gravelord Greatsword anyway because it wouldn't work on this build either. I believe it doesn't scale with anything, so we could probably use it, right? This is a pure faith build, so having a pure physical damage weapon with no scaling would be interesting. But I have my eyes set on another weapon which fits this description, so we really don't need it. So we got trapped by a skeleton and we are being sent to... well, let's find out. Who knows where? At least we are not getting, you know, a free, unrequested transition like we do in Dark Souls 2. Coffins in that game work a little bit differently, you know. Which, again, reinforces my theory that Dark Souls 2 is not real. It takes place inside of a dream, right? Because, explain to me, chat, why does a coffin change your gender? Explain this shit to me right now. Why does getting into a coffin change your gender? It makes no sense, right? So yeah, Dark Souls 2 is not real. It happens within a dream and you can't change my mind. That's what I believe in. And I will prove it to you. I will prove it to you. I am making a video on it. So yeah, this is Nito's tomb, basically. This is where he chills. There's him. Pray to the sarcophagus Gravelord. Shrug. Yeah, that's basically my reaction, you know. So we are not going to enter the Covenant, obviously, but... try ahead. No, man. I'm good. No. Dark Souls players, man. Imminent happiness. Praise the sun. Yeah, there's no sun here, man, to praise. Can't very well praise what is not present, you know. So let's make our way back. That's my reaction to everything in Dark Souls 2, Cindy. Just shrug, you know. Why does this happen? Why is this item here? Who knows? It's a dream. It's not meant to make sense. It's not supposed to make sense, you know. It does make sense though, I never stopped to think about that. Why does that coffin change your gender? I've just acquired more evidence for my theory. Thank you, chat. Thanks to you, I have more evidence now to reinforce my theory. So, yeah. We are back to the Tomb of Giants. Sorry, to the Catacombs. Our character seemed understandably confused in the cutscene, right? And let's make our way back to the bonfire. And then we are going to end the stream once we get there, chat, I'm sorry to say. We might end it here, honestly. There's no need to make you guys watch me backtrack all the way to the bonfire. Let's kick this guy off. And then, just like that, we are ending the stream right here. So, thank you to everybody who is on chat watching right now. If you guys jumped onto the stream later, let me switch to the appropriate scene here. If you jumped onto the stream later, this VOD will be available on the channel, so no reason to worry, you can watch it from the very start on the channel. And I'm also editing these into digestible episodes, which are also on the channel. So keep an eye out for that on that. Thank you, it was fun. Thank you, Cindy, for stopping by too. Thank you to everybody who is on chat watching right now. As always, you guys have yourselves a wonderful weekend, and I will see you hopefully next time. See ya.